In order to prevent her daughter from eating moldy bread any longer, a woman heavily in debt chose suicide. She thought this wouldn't affect her daughter, but the debt collector still came knocking. The man entered the house and saw the girl under the table, but she showed no reaction. Helpless, Akiang could only contact the woman's husband, only to find that this scumbag had long since abandoned his wife and didn't even want his own daughter. Just then, the girl curled up under the table crawled over to Akiang with a smile. Realizing that smoking was bad for the child, he immediately put out his cigarette, but then the girl began to frantically slap the floor. A confused Akiang also gently patted the floor with his hand. The girl, receiving a response, immediately threw herself happily at Akiang. This puzzled him, but when the girl touched his face, she was frightened. She cried and struggled in fear. Then the doorbell rang again. In a rush, Akiang could only cover the girl's mouth, only to be bitten by her. The landlord outside heard the noise and was certain someone was in the room. Akiang had no choice but to open the door. The landlord mistook Akiang for the woman's new boyfriend and asked her to move out within a month. Akiang also learned from the landlord that the girl was deaf and blind, but Akiang knew he was just a debt collector. He didn't have the time or ability to deal with this quickly. He found a lease in the drawer. In a month, he could get back the 80,000 yuan deposit, which could just offset the woman's debt. In order to recover the debt, Akiang made a crazy decision. He decisively moved into the woman's house. After a month, when the lease was up, he would take back the deposit as the girl's father. However, the girl didn't know yet that her mother had left her, and a strange man had come to her house. Since birth, she had lived in darkness, only able to identify her mother by touch. But this time, the shoes were clearly different. The girl could only hide under the table in fear. To play the role of a father well, Akiang decided to take care of the girl's daily life for the next month.